What's up, guys? It's Zogon SeyDas. I'm here with Mansa Musa. I just watched his story. There's this video. I highly recommend everyone to watch it. Meet the richest man who ever lived by the YouTube Thoughty2. So shout out to this dude. Um, this dude had a whole. He inherited a kingdom. Right? I'll give you like a short thing. He inherited a kingdom. His net worth was amazing. He went on a big pilgrimage. He brought I forgot the numbers. It was like 60 to 100,000 troops, elephants, all of this stuff along his pilgrimage because he wasn't using cars and stuff, right? He built mosques all the way from like Mali to the Mecca, apparently. And then he brought a whole bunch of gold with him, and then he ended up donating all that gold away. And he's just set the bar very high for an emperor. The Mansa means emperor, apparently. So please watch this video. It has a lot of beautiful history. I was so inspired that I was trying to buy a small little statue of Mansa Musa just to have him at my table. You know, there's levels to inspiration. And I'm a man that wants to be king of the world one day. I see stuff like this and I'm like, I didn't even think. My mind wasn't even operating at this level. You know what I mean? So, thank you to Mansa Musa. So here's where we're gonna get to business now. I'm 26, I'm in Canada. The phone, technology, autocorrect, all these things have been put into the world, right? I don't want to necessarily promote the spying on humans. But I will say this, right? After witnessing what some people can type, their ideas, I'm profound on my own ideas, I'm not gonna lie. Right? I look at my own ideas, I listen, I'm like, yeah, that could do actually big things for an empire. Right? And I'm living within countries, but maybe one day there'll be an empire, being honest. There was a thought that came to my mind. And it was called, one moment. This thought came to my mind called algorithm based searching protocols for speech detection to see if the language or dialect is cheap or poor. Money talks, so the most expensive talk is watched. And it broke down into something else, right? It's not about spying on royal families and government officials. No. No, 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 no. If I was truly the pharaoh or in the shadow government or whatever it was, right? If I have a country full of 300 million, 30 million, a billion people, how do I know which one of you has the potential for something greater than just your factory job, your this job, your that job, all right? And I will try to develop an AI system that would be independent of me because I don't want to be spying on people, right? But the AI system would somewhat study your conversations and then it would put you into like categories or whatever it is, right? So, for example, for me, I'm talking about king of the world, space, terraforming, democracy, all of this stuff. But I'm working a corporate job. It doesn't really make sense. And in the current system, you know what they do? Well, go to school, get the experience, and do that. Now, how many people with PhDs, how many of you got a degree, how many of you, and you couldn't find a job because you don't have the experience or it wasn't available? What's the solution? So when there is, I guess, an economic reset or whatever, this is Operation Saytari, man. I want to introduce this system to all smartphones in the world to have an interconnected system. It'd be because I'm in Canada, I'm in NATO, maybe UK, Canada, and USA first. We would have our own thing because I'm not gonna lie, I'm with you guys. I'm with the globalization movement. I'm with togetherness, but I like my freedom and I like what the left stands for, right? Freedom of speech, freedom of rights, all of that stuff. So I'm with the left, the quote unquote West. But in my opinion, this isn't the West. This is my center of the world. So you guys may call it the West. The world may call it the West, but this is my center of the world. So my focus is on North America and the UK. So it will study the things that you type about, the things that you talk about, right? And you know how there are cloud-based systems which can develop a sort of web of words. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it will study what I'm saying and it would say, okay, there are key phrases and stuff, right? This person loves talking about politics. This person has science. This person has this, and this. It would get those keywords. After a certain amount of using this device or the phone or whatever it is, you're invited to come to an organization, a government-based organization. And with your consent, we will then be able to pull out this information. With your consent. With your consent. I'll be able to pull out your information because I stand for freedom. I stand for freedom. Bro, this is like founding father type of stuff. Founding father. I stand for freedom. With your consent, use your discernment, right? You may build things that have such potential, but I never want to infringe on the rights of my people. So, after X amount of time has happened, whatever it is, you would have like a system, and maybe our automated system or AI would say, we have picked up enough information about you. Would you like to come and talk to the government officials at blah, 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 blah. Human resource allocation. Because that's what this is. If I'm the government of a country, do you think companies should only run the human resources? I want to be as efficient as possible for my people. And when I make you the world, country, efficient, whatever, many of you will have purpose. Many of you will find things you didn't know you wanted to do. But in the background, I had a service running that was studying you. You come to us, you sign a waiver, you consent, you give us your thumbprint, whatever it is. And we show you what you think you should do, what career path you should go on. We try to pull up linkings. You know what I mean? It would be awesome to have this type of service before people go to university and get degrees and whatever. So some of you guys would actually study things that you like and it's good for society. All I am in this life, I kid you not, I'm an apostle. All I am in this life is a compass. I'm with this man, but I'm not of this man. We're like a brotherhood. I will say this, right? I'm here as a compass for society. I don't like spying. But the purpose of if I was spying, was to find out who would be the heir to a throne, who would be the next one to lead us, who has vision, who has this. And they will say in this life, you know what the problem with this life is? Network, bro. You got to have money, bro. Money talks, bro. And then I look at the failures right now. I look at the countries that I'm in. I'm not gonna lie, right now I will announce this stuff. It's leading to failure. Do you understand the difference in leadership here? Right? So Mansa Musa, thank you for raising the bar. I just wanted to involve you in this because this video might get a lot of views one day. Please do some time, research, and just learn that there was levels to a kingdom. There was levels to a people. There was levels to, I guess, government, whatever you want to call it. There were structures put in place. And some of you guys, when you raided, had war, you just pillaged and took the gold. But you always forgot the ideologies behind, the philosophies, because, well, they would probably change you guys. So this is my philosophy to the West, but the world may adapt. I'm against spying on people. So I'd make this system, release this system, and then with your consent, you can come inside. And then we can just guide you to where you need to go. Because there shouldn't be people with PhDs working at Starbucks or a taxi driver or wherever. Right? Can you imagine if I got 8 billion people right where they wanted to be, where they wanted to work, where every day you would be like me. You would come in, smile, eat your food. I'm here to work. I'm here to work. I'm not here to slave. I'm not here for a paycheck. I'm here to work because I want to be here. And I hope one day, if I'm ever king of the world or whatever status they give me, I hope one day the people will say, thank you. Because you saved me so much fucking time. You saved me useless debt. You saved me useless job experience. And you got me where I wanted to go. And now our country can rise out of poverty. Education was a tool. It is one of the greatest tools to beating poverty. But you need another hand. And that is my hand. Do you understand? So one day I hope a government, this is very important. I would have easily put $1 trillion into this. This will pay itself off within a few years. I would have easily put $1 trillion into this. It doesn't even probably even need that much, but just to make sure it's never ever hacked, never nothing, I would spend the extra money. And to make sure that it doesn't spy on people, we have a consent system. So even organizations can't abuse this stuff. Because it's up to you, the citizen, if you want the government's help. Right? And then when you sign that waiver, of course, you're going to lose some information because we're going to have your information legally now. We're not going to destroy your information away. We're going to have it in our system now. Right? And we can sort of just help you. So when I build societies, this is what I have in my mind. If I'm a pharaoh, this is what I have in my mind. Not here for the small stuff. I'm thinking above and beyond. Above and beyond. For my country, for my people, for the world. And this small system, you won't even know what's there. You won't even know what's there. It'll just be implemented, and then one day you might get a text saying, hey, we think you could use a talk with us. If you ever want about your future, your career, your jobs, guidance, whatever it is. We have built a new system, blah, 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 blah. You know, whatever. Zogan and SeyDas Trey out. Operation Saytari.